Hello, good people. I think I got everything set up right. Got my audio right, hopefully. Um, got my video right, hopefully. But we're gonna get this thing rolling, man. So y'all come in here, let me know if y'all can hear me. Um, Let me know if y'all can see me, all that other good stuff. But we're gonna talk about some real estate up in here, man. Just talking to my beginners, my people that check in with me every time I go live. I appreciate y'all. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, JP? How you doing, man? Yeah, can hear you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. So we getting in here, man, going live. I appreciate y'all checking in with me. Um, you know, I had a closing yesterday, today. Had a closing. I had to do a mail away, send the mail off yesterday. Supposed to close today. I ain't even checked to see if the wire hit. Should hit the wire tomorrow. What's up, Sean? Oh man, what's up? Yeah, should. So I got a closing yesterday, and then I just found out today one of my buyers gonna move forward with a property that we was trying to sell them, and that's gonna close next week. Rolex, what's up, man? You gotta hit me up, man. I ain't seen you, I ain't heard from you. You gotta hit me up. But yeah, so got another close next week, man. So just been rolling on that, man. Just trying to close these deals. That one hotel deal that I bought, took down, got the buyer locked up on that. Just signed the buyer side of that purchase sales agreement. So for all my people that's just beginning, you sign a contract with the seller, which is a purchase and sales agreement. So you sign a purchase and sales agreement with the seller, and that's the contract. You can go look it up on my YouTube video, wholesale contracts. And that contract is what I signed with the seller to begin with. And this seller, I signed the contract for $200,000, and I signed the contract for $200,000, and then I took it down, so I got a lease with the person that was still in there. They're paying me $1,000 a month. They paid it this month, they'll pay it next month, and then we'll sell it. So they're gonna pay me rent. Yeah, we're gonna close 2 weeks from now, so they'll pay me rent before we close. So that's $2,000 to me, and then we're gonna sell it, and we're gonna end up selling it because I brought somebody else in to do some rehab and to bring the money. Um, we selling it for 265. So we selling it for 265. We're just gonna split 265. So that's how we're gonna do it, man. Make a little money, probably make like a little 30K, something like that. So pretty good deal, man. Pretty good deal on a hotel. And yeah, it was pretty good, man. But that's the deal that I got going on right now, my most immediate deal. And then I got another deal that I'm trying to get sold, man, that I got to take some buyers by to go check out the property. I may bring y'all, man. The property is a mess. I mean, this property is straight up trash. And got to get some buyers in there to see it. So we're gonna go check out that property probably maybe this weekend, or maybe after next week, because I got a little break at my school, so probably gonna be gone, and probably a week after that, I'm gonna come back and check out that other property I got in the line. So yeah, man, if y'all got any questions about real estate, wholesale, and all that stuff, just let me know. Like I said, I I just completed my second short sale. Just completed my second short sale, and like when you run into these short sales, man, you can get them at an extreme discount, right? My first short sale, I bought it for $45,000, worth like $135,000. So I got it at like, you know, 77% off, right? I got it at a really, really steep discount. That's because like the guy's going into foreclosure, and he still owe a bunch of money. Like he still owed like $116,000, but a bunch of that was just like fees, late fees, all this different stuff like the property tax and pay, all this stuff was against his property, right? So, went to him. At first, I went to him trying to do a subject to, like I was gonna just take over his payments, and then, as I take over his payments, just make the payments till it's already paid off. But I realized, dang, this dude still owe a whole lot more money, so I needed to go in and do a short sale. So I got him to sign a paper granting me authority to go talk to his bank for him. And so I went and talked to his bank, called them up, and they gave me a little bit of a runaround, just saying like, "Hey, we got to get him to sign this particular paper giving you authority." Okay, so I went and got him to sign that. Bam. That's one big thing, man. Like when you're doing a short sale, you got to get the seller to like stay on board with you. And what I did was we was able to say, "Hey, look, you go through with this, we'll give you, $1,000." So I was able to do that and kind of keep him on board. And he signed the paper. I went and talked to him. It's like, hey, what is his options? What are all his options that he could possibly do? You know, Obviously foreclosure is one of his options. Does he have the options of short selling it? Like, can he save the property? Can he catch back up in some way? And how can he go about catching back up? Right. So I just explored all his options, and short selling it was the best option to take. And I offered $45,000 and they accepted it. That means I probably should have offered less than that. Right. So usually you want them to counter you. You know what I'm saying? You want to offer so low that you want them to counter you. And then that's when you go in and buy. But a lot of times these properties be so ran down that you have to buy them cash, right? Many people's like, why would they sell a property for less than what they owe? The reason that they sell the property for less than what they owe is because, one, they don't want to foreclosure on your credit, because when you get a foreclosure on your credit, it's hard to, get another property, right? Short sale is going to impact your credit report less. And then also, like, the fees and the charges and what he owed just kept adding up, and it was impacting his tax situation. So yeah, he wanted to get off from under that. Like he wanted that completely wiped out. So me buying the property lowered his debt, for one, right? He wasn't going to use the house anyways. So the $116,000 he had left, is now lowered to like $70,000, right? And then what he could do is he could go and apply to try to get that amount waived or reduced, or set up some type of payment plan that worked for him, right? So those were the benefits to a seller, and that's kind of what I was able to explain to him and let him know, hey, look, this is something that could potentially help you wipe the debt out. It could potentially allow you to pay on your own terms, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So just able to explain that to him, let him know kind of how that worked and stuff like that was something that was big. And he was in, man. So once I got him on board, everything after that kind of went downhill. And yeah, man, was able to get that short sale going. And after we set up the short sale and everything, after the short sale was set up, and we got everything set up, man, it took a little bit to get the closing, to try to make sure that the bank had all the documents and stuff that the seller needed to go forward with the short sale, and all the approval processes and stuff like that. So we got all that straightened out, and we was able to close on it, man. So rehabbing that thing, talk to some people at the bank, gonna get it refinanced or get the home equity line of credit, and then pull the money back out, and then go look for the next property, man. So that's kind of what I'm doing. The bank are not in the real estate game. Nope. Banks are not in the real estate game, man. They do not want property back, right? They don't want property back. So they would sell low to get rid of the property to get some type of win. Yep. That's all they want, man. They want money on their books. So yeah, man, was able to do that. It was big. So plan on getting hopefully I can get a home equity line of credit or get a refinance to get that pull that money out and then go search for another property to do the same thing. But next time, man, I'm hope to do it with a multifamily, right? If I can do it with a multifamily, that'd be really cool. Um, some that's 2 to 4 units. That's what I'm looking for right now. So you got anything 2 to 4 units, man? I'm interested. Just hit me up and let me know. I'll definitely be interested in that 2 to 4 units. But yeah, man, that's the deal I have going on right there. If y'all, like I said, y'all got questions, man, let me know. If, but yeah, and I found that deal from just looking around. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just notice that a house is empty. And you're like, dang, that house is empty. You know, I'm gonna go and try to figure out who owned the house. So I figure out who owned the house, search them up on Facebook, found them on Facebook, you know, and I didn't find necessarily them. I found that brother on Facebook. Talk to their brother, you know, trying to figure out what his brother's at because I don't even think he even had his brother's phone number. So had to go find out where his brother was at, man, and just went through that whole process and then finally got to the guy, and the guy didn't even speak English. So I had to talk to some people that I knew that spoke Spanish to try to get them to talk to him, translate all of this stuff I just explained to y'all. So yeah, man, it was a crazy little ride, but hey, you know, especially when you're trying to get one of your first deals under your belt, and this was my first short sale deal. Just getting that first deal under my belt was big, man. So getting that created a lot of equity. Like I said, man, gonna be able to refi and pull all my money out and go do it again. The birth strategy is just building wealth, man. Hopefully, I can do this over and over and over again. Build up my properties, start bringing in some passive income. Right, passive income is big. Get these rentals going, and yeah, bringing that passive income so that later on down the line I'm in good shape, and even right now I'm in good shape. You think about, you know, how much money you need in order to like be free, not have to be running around working that much. You know, this rental income is really going to help. So yeah, man, that's what I've been doing, and the rehab process, you know, is something that I'm learning. You know, things that need to be done, things that, you know, have to be fixed, and what should you fix first, what should you fix second, stuff like that. So just learning that stuff, man, is it's big. So yeah, man. So now wholesaling, I got my rental properties kind of going, and yeah, man, that's that's where I'm at right now. So I appreciate everybody showing up. Always showing up, man. We got some people in here, man. We got 6 people. If you like the video, man, go ahead and like the video on YouTube. Check out the rest of my videos that talk about wholesaling real estate, stuff like that. So you know, you could check out that. And man, if y'all got any questions, let me know. Yo, B, where you at for the month? Dude, I think I'm only gonna make like 50K this month, man. So that's where I'm at for the month. I'm at 50K this month. So not too bad. I be telling people, man, it's like, dude, I'd rather, you know, make less money and spend less time working in the business. I'd rather spend time with my family, building relationships, and you know, doing the stuff I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because like, really, what am I really doing with 50K? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what am I doing with all this money? You know what I'm saying? So just trying to make smart moves, build wealth, and create. I read a book called The Power of Moments, right? And Life in Air. 2 books that really made me question. It's like, okay, you know, do I really want to be a millionaire? Do I want to be a life in there? You know what I'm saying? Life in there, you're living the life that you really want, right? Power of moments, you living and creating moments that you are actually going to be able to remember. It's like it's actually going out there and living, right? And living with the people that you actually love, that you care about, you know, not just doing stuff just because it's going to make you money, you know, but doing stuff because that's what matters to you. You know what I'm saying? That's living, man. And creating moments with people you love. That's living. So, The Power Moments is a really good book. So, B, what you think about hedge funds buying property at retail? That's a good thing, man. I mean, if you got them, but you got to have the connections, man. That's the big thing, man. That's what's hard about these hedge funds is having connections with them and being able to sell to them. They buy particular properties and being able to sell to them. It's not easy. So if you got the connections able to sell to them, I think it's an awesome thing, man. Especially for the people that's trying to wholesale or sell any properties or whatever. So it's always good to have people that's buying out there and that's buying at a high price. So I think having hedge funds is good, man. So but yeah, man. Woo. But yeah, man. So that's what I got going on, man. Can't wait till this summer, man. Finally get to focus all in on this stuff. I still working my 9 to 5. Got to complete my duty, right? Got to complete my duty as an educated man. Got to finish all the way through the school year. So my last day is June 1st at my job. But after that, man, just gonna um after that, really just gonna focus, man. Focus in on wholesaling real estate, focusing on my properties or whatever. So yeah, man, that's my goal. Um, is to really focus in, man. And then once I stop teaching, man, plan on try to teach people more about this real estate stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do, man. Um, but let me see. Got questions over here. Got questions over here on YouTube. Yeah, that's this summer's gonna be crazy with sellers looking to sell. Yeah, this summer's gonna be crazy, man, with sellers looking to sell, man. Anytime, well, the summertime is always crazy, man. Like last summer in June, that's when it really started going crazy. And man, I started in June. That's when the first time I made like 66,000. And that was crazy for me. And then July went crazy too. Ended up making like 40 some thousand. And then I went to that 2 day transformation. Uh, I went to the 2 day transformation. My bad, y'all. I went to the 2 day transformation for Keith Everett and Lenny, man. And that changed my life, man. That's when I started doing 6 figures wholesaling real estate. And once I started doing 6 figure wholesaling real estate, that's when I was able to look around and be like, dang, maybe I can get into buying some properties, like some rental properties and stuff like that. That's when I got in and started looking for that Burr property. I started looking for short sale properties and stuff like that. So that's been my journey, man. If you ain't been, most of y'all already know my journey and stuff like that. Just teaching and then just wanting to do something more, wanting to do something better for my family or whatever. So just start doing like side hustles, start like delivering Instacart, start delivering pizzas and stuff like that. So I just started doing stuff, side hustles. Hey, how y'all doing, man? All my people on TikTok just tapping in, man. How y'all doing? So I started delivering pizzas and stuff, man. Started delivering pizzas and doing all kind of side hustles to try to build up money to try to start investing in real estate. But I realized, man, like to buy rental property, you got to have a lot of money. So I started looking into stuff that required less capital. And that's when I found wholesaling real estate. And when I started wholesaling real estate, that's when I was able to make money. People ask, okay, how do you get this money to buy properties? I get money to buy properties because I wholesale real estate. Wholesaling real estate, it doesn't cost nearly as much as trying to buy rental properties. So that's been a big thing for me. So over on YouTube, yeah, I'll be headed to Huntsville, see them this weekend. Oh yeah, man, the 2 day transformations, a real estate event that's in Huntsville, Alabama, man. You get a chance to go over there. You gotta go over there and check out Keith and Lenny. They changed my life, man. Like being able to do 6 figures a month wholesaling real estate, changed my life, man. They'll show you the blueprint, man. They'll tell you everything. Like they'll break everything down. If you don't know the real estate Diddy, he posts most of his stuff on IG. You can go check him out on IG, man. But yeah, man, this thing, the 2-day transformation, the wholesale Diddy, and those real people, man. They get they on that 2-day transformation, man. They let you in on everything, man. You know, they don't hold back. So I really appreciate them guys for doing that and really putting that event together, man. They was in Atlanta last year, and that's why I caught them in Atlanta. But yeah, man, they just broke down everything, man. You know, a lot of their disposition stuff, though, so I took away. Like, if you want to sell properties, you know, when you wholesaling, shoot, you need to deal with agents, man. Like, a lot of agents are the ones that can help you sell your properties. You trying to wholesale real estate. So I just started talking to a lot of agents, man. You talk to a lot of agents, you'll find a lot of people that's buying real estate. And if you can find people that's buying real estate, you know, you ask them what's their criteria, what they're interested in buying. Then once you figure out what these buyers are interested in buying, then you go out there and find them the properties that they're interested in buying. And when you find them the properties interested in buying, that's when you can make money. You know what I'm saying? You bring them the property, say, hey, look, you know, let's say if you find a person with the property, you know, bam, they say they want $100,000 for the property. I go to the buyer and say, hey, look, 130 for the property. What's up, Tracy? How you doing? Hey, all my people on TikTok, how y'all doing, man? So I tell people, you know, that's buying, be like, hey, look, this much for the property. And then bam, you know, if I got to sell it for 100, I tell them maybe 130. If I feel like, you know, I check my comps on PropScreen. Chris Jefferson talks about this. Check your comps on PropScreen. Look for the cash sales that's in the area. Bam. You know, see what similar stuff is selling for. Once you see what similar stuff is selling for, then you can go to your cash buyers and be like, hey, look, you know, this amount, which is comparable to what other similar properties are sold for. And then, well, sold for cash, I should say. You're looking at the cash sales. What is stuff sold for cash? And then you go from there, and, you know, if they say cool at 130, you good. They say cool at 120, I think I'm still good. 110, I'm still good. I send the buyer over to the property, and a lot of times I let the buyer go over there and meet the seller. I don't care, right? Because the buyer know that I'm bringing them value, right? The buyers know that I'm bringing them value by bringing them discounted properties, right? And I'm bringing the seller value by bringing them a cash offer, right? I'm bringing them an offer of cash for their property, even though the property may be in bad shape. Like I'm dealing with one right now where this guy property is in bad shape. He knows it's in bad shape, but I'm bringing him multiple cash buyers that's going to look at his property, and we're going to go with the person who offering the most money for his property. Bam. And I'm just going to make a little room in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You know, if the cash buyer is willing to buy it for 130, I may tell him 110. You know what I'm saying? Or 115. So that way I create a little space in between what I'm buying the property for, what I told the seller I buy the property for, and what the buyer is actually buying the property for. And once you create that little space in between what you buying the property for and what you're selling the property for, that money in the middle is going to be yours. So that's how you wholesale real estate, man. And if you can get into it, it doesn't require cash or credit, because you're not actually the one buying the property. You either assigning your position in the property, or you closing on it and selling it the very same day. So you don't need to come with the cash. You ain't gonna need no credit because you're not buying the property, right? So that's how you do it, man. And that's kind of how my process has been going the whole time. A lot of people would say, you know, go out there and put people under contract, put the seller under contract based on certain formulas and stuff like that. But I don't use the formulas, man. You know, I ask the seller what they're looking for. You know, they tell me, I go to the buyer and be like, hey, will you buy for this amount? You know, and the buyer tell me what they'll buy for. Then I go back to the seller and then I negotiate from there. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to put people under contract not knowing whether I can go through with what I'm saying. So that's why I like to just go ahead and, be talking to the seller and buyer at the same time. That's why I always tell people find the buyers first, man. I think that's just the most solid way to do wholesale real estate is go ahead and find your buyers because they the ones with the money. That's how you're gonna get paid. So on what's up, Cass, man? Cass always coming through checking me out. How you doing, Cass, man? So feel like I need to do at least 2 deals before I drop 5K on the event. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Hey, I was going nuts, man. 5K on the event. I was like, dude, ain't no way, man. But that was the best money I ever spent, dude. So, you gonna spend 5K to get 100K months. I do it. I do it again. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I do it again. Roller said, "What do you think about putting a property in a contract without seeing it and then going back to selling negotiate?" Yeah, I put properties in a contract without seeing it, but I know that there's a buyer somewhere that I've talked to that might be interested in buying the property. That's the difference, man. Like I already go and talk to a buyer that might be interested. I may not have a buyer in the contract, or nothing like that, but the buyer is interested. And then I put within the contract with the seller that this agreement is contingent upon inspection suitable to the purchaser, right? So now I can get my buyer out to see the property, and if they think this is suitable for them, then they say, okay, let's move forward. And I get them under contract and I put 0 days due diligence on that thing, right? And I make them put more earnest money down than what I put down in my agreement with the seller, right? So, bam, that's how I do that. I make sure I get the buyer locked in and the buyer got money on the line before I put my money on the line. So, that's kind of how I do it, man. That's how you wholesale real estate. But yeah, man. So on YouTube, I did the opposite. I got 3 properties in the contract, sending it out to my buyers. I need to do what you did, find good buyers first. Where the good buyers at? So look, man, if you're trying to find good buyers for your properties, been waiting on you to talk, waiting on to talk to you. Hey, what's up? What's up, my people on TikTok? How y'all doing? But yeah, if you're looking for buyers, because like when you wholesale real estate, man, most important thing is buyers. If you're looking for buyers, like I said earlier, man, you need to talk to some agents, man. Agents deal with cash buyers all the time. Like the agents deal with cash buyers all the time. So call up agents. That's what I do, man. You call up them agents. Hey, do you work with cash buyers? If they don't work with cash buyers, do you know anybody else that's your brokers that work with cash buyers? And if they should be able to direct you towards somebody. And if they don't, pick up your phone and call a different agent, right? So, but I usually find my agents on PropScreen. PropScreen, the software that I use to get leads as well. So I usually find them on PropScreen. I look up cash sales, right? I click on the property. I look at MLS details, and then I look at the agent. Had the agent phone number right there. Pick up, call them. Hey, bam, bam, bam. Or if you go to Zillow and you see a property that's been freshly renovated, and you see an agent that's listing that property that's freshly renovated, that agent is likely working with a cash buyer. So if you can call that agent up on that's listing that property that's been freshly renovated, then you can say, hey, look, I see that you have this fixed up property listed. Do you work with cash buyers that's looking for discounted properties? Bam. That you should find cash buyers just like that. So when you do that, bam, you should be able to get you some cash buyers just like that. And then you ask the agent, hey, look, what's their criteria? What do they look to buy? What kind of properties do they look to buy? You could probably kind of tell because there's a fix and flip right there, right? So yeah, man, that's kind of those are 2 good ways that you can find cash buyers, and both of them are through agents. So we got 12 people up in this thing, 13 people up in this thing on YouTube, man. Hit the thumbs up, man. Show him some love. Hit the thumbs up, man. We up in this thing on the late tip, but we're gonna get it in though. My people on TikTok like the video too, man. Appreciate y'all liking the video, coming through, showing love, all that stuff, man. You got questions about real estate, anything real estate, I'll let you know what I know about it. So who do you use for text blast? I use Launch Control, man. I use Launch Control for text blast, man. If you get into texting and you use Launch Control, man, let them know I sent you, and I'll hook you up with some stuff that I use on Launch Control, like I'll hook you up, probably send you over some of the stuff that we use inside of Launch Control, help you get set up. So unspoken gain right here. We need to take advantage of this information. No doubt, man. No doubt. How do you obtain a property under contract if possible? So this is how you get a property under contract. You talk to a seller. You go look for property owners, and there's property owners all around you. Like some people text property owners, some people call property owners, some people send mail to property owners. Some people just talk to the people around them. Like I tell people all the time, like, talk to the people that's right around you, man. Because the people that's right around you, can help you out big time. Or they may own property. There's people around you every day that own property. Like a dude at my job, I was just talking to people, and a dude at my job owned the property, and he was looking to sell because he was moving, right? I just asked him how much he wanted for the property. He told me 180. I was like, okay, I thought it was too much. I went because I knew some buyers, because I found buyers first. I went and asked the buyer, which it was just a buyer's agent. I asked the agent, hey, look, 200. You think they'll buy for 200? And he was like, yeah, they'll buy for 200. I'm like, okay, bam, close 20K, just like that. So that was big, man. You just got to talk to people, man. So you just talk to people, and the way you get them on the contract, I have a contract on YouTube. You go on YouTube, look at my video, wholesale contract, REI Next Door. You can get the contract is right there. Download it, fill it out. The video show you exactly how to fill it out. So you should be good to go from there. Congrats, my boy. Appreciate it, man. But yeah. So on YouTube, let me see how much that platform. They have tiers, so I think the lowest tier is like $300 a month. So that's the lowest tier for Lead Sherpa. I would say if you're really trying to get started and go really cheap, man, you need to go Batch Leads. They'll let you do it a little cheaper. But Launch Control is a good platform, man. So that's what I would say about that. Now it's under contract, and I still want it. Do you have it under contract, or do somebody else? If somebody else got it under contract, you may be in bad shape. So let me see. That part got me confused. What's the bam bam? What could I say that would want them to help without representing me as seller to them? Oh, you talking about the agent that want to help because their buyers, yeah, will list it for them after they fix it up. Yeah, no doubt, man. So what happens is, like, these agents get paid. Like, let's say if that, like, even agents I deal with now, I send an agent a property, they're gonna add their 3% on top of whatever I send it to them at. So let's say I send it to the agent and say, hey, I want 200. The agent gonna add 3%. They gonna sell it for 206. You know what I'm saying? They gonna go to the buyer and say 206. So they get their 6K. I get my 20K. The buyer happy because he got his discounted property. The seller happy because he sold the property. He didn't want no more. Everybody happy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's what it's about, man. Everybody getting that piece. So like that's why agents will help you, because you basically bringing them more deals. So like some of these agents be tripping. They only want to do like certain properties, or they want to only mess with certain stuff. But there's agents who deal with cash buyers and wholesalers all the time, and they do a lot of deals. So that's kind of how it works, man. That's why they would work with you. That's why they would work with you. Where you located? Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Uh, but what's going on TikTok, man? Appreciate y'all coming through. You haven't already liked the video. YouTube, same thing, man. You haven't liked the video. Appreciate y'all. Let me see. Let me answer some more questions right here. I found some properties for sale. Let me see. So you got to sell them on the long game. Like if you put them in contract with them, then you'd be and they would go through after no. Right? It's so this thing's getting sold like the same day, right? So it's the same day sale. So let's say like that property that I got the guy in the contract for 180,000, right? The buyer is buying it for 200,000, right? So what happens is I got him under contract. I say, hey, we'll close in 30 days. I told the buyer the same thing. Hey, it's gonna be closing in 30 days. Gave them the same date to close on. Sent all the information, sent both contracts to the attorney's office. They set everything up. The first contract closed, right? And what they do is they call that the contract between me and the seller is called the A to B, right? Well, what they do is they use the cash buyer's money for the closing of the A to B, right? So that end buyer that I found, they're the ones that send the money to the attorney's office, and then they use that money to close the A to B contract. And then after that closing, then the second transaction happened, and the deed is transferred over to the end buyer, and then I get the money that's basically remaining, right? So that's kind of how that worked. So how do I find legitimate buyers in Delaware? Like I said, man, I would talk to agents, man. Talk to agents. And if you got PropStream, it's the software, you can go in there and look up properties that's been sold for cash and look at the MLS status and have some agents attached to it. Call them agents up like, hey, do you work with cash buyers? And if they don't work with cash buyers, ask them, do they know any other agents that might work with cash buyers? And just keep calling agents, man, because agents work with cash buyers. That's just kind of how it worked. So probably on contract, didn't get rehab price right. I was like, so I failed yesterday, had a property on contract, didn't get the rehab. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you don't want to put nobody in a contract without talking to the buyer first. You talk to the buyer first, figure out what they might be able to do, and then get them on the contract contingent upon inspection, get the buyer inside of the property, make the buyer give you a solid number. And then if that solid number works, roll with it. And if that solid number don't work, go back to the seller and say, hey, look, we could, based on your property failed inspection, but we would still buy the property if you're willing to reduce the purchase price to this amount, right? So that's how I do it. Launch control too. Yeah, launch control is big, man. I have PropStream, still learning how to navigate. Oh, okay. Launch control too. Yeah, launch control is a big one, man. PropStream and launch control. PropStream was my first step, man. Once I got PropStream, it was like, dang, I got a list of properties. Now I got a skip tracer. So I use Lee Sherpa to skip trace. And then it was like, dang, I got these skip trace. Now I need to text them, right? At the time, I was using batch leads, but now I use launch control to text people. So PropStream was my first step and led me to start calling people, texting people. And then I just kept doing it, over time. And then it just led to, deals. And then it led to another deal, another deal, another deal, another deal, another deal. So yes, I did that. I tried to renegotiate. She didn't want to come down at all. Long story short, she was not motivated. Yeah, sometimes it's like that, man. Then you just move over to the next one. I mean, the agent got to be sold on the long game. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess the agent got to be sold kind of on volume. You know what I'm saying? Agent want to do volume and just want more deals. It's like, why would you, as an agent, why would you not want more deals? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would you not want more deals if you're an agent? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say. But shoot, man, I'm finna get off this thing, man. It's late. Gotta go work tomorrow. I gotta get up on my 5 a.m. working out stuff. Y'all already know how I do it, man. But like I said, I appreciate y'all coming through, man, checking me out. Just wanted to come on here and talk some real estate with y'all. So fell forward is finest. Gonna pull a list tomorrow. Yeah, no doubt, man. You know, that's the thing, man. Like when I first started wholesaling, I was the same way. It was like I got like 3 or 4 properties under contract and had to back out of all of them because I felt I was doing it wrong. I didn't have the buyer. I didn't know that the buyer would pay, close to or more than what that person was interested in selling for. And I kept having to back out and back out and back out, and then that's when I figured out, dang, I need to get the buyers and then start putting stuff under contract. And then that's when things really start rolling for me. But man, you got to go out there and be willing to fail, man. Like you got to be able to go out there and willing to try and fail. That's how you are going to be successful, man. You got to be willing to take action and go out there and conquer the obstacles. Like there's going to be obstacles in everything you do, but it's going to be the people that continue to fight and conquer the obstacles and just continue to push forward against resistance, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel a little resistance and they give up. They fail and they stop. They fail and they say, oh, this don't work. You know what I'm saying? But the people that's successful, they say, oh, that didn't work. Okay, let me try it a different way. Okay, let me try it that way. Okay, let me try it this way. Okay, what did I do wrong? What can I fix? What can I correct in order to make this thing happen right the next time? Right. So that's the difference between people that quit, that stop, that's not successful, that's sitting there watching me right now, do deals versus them going out there and crushing it themselves. So that's what I would say, man. You just got to be willing to go out there and fail. You got to be willing to go out there and put yourself on the line. And, a lot of people don't want to do that, man. A lot of people don't want to do that. They rather stay comfortable. They're content with their situation. They rather not put themselves out there, in front of everybody else to see them potentially fail or not be successful at what they're trying to do. So I always commend people that's willing to go out there and try, man. Commend people that's even looking into trying to do something that's going to improve their situation and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. Like I said, man, got mad respect for people that's going out there trying to make some stuff happen. Um, so I have a buyer in Durham, North Carolina. I found something over there tomorrow. I swear I'm on that. Yeah, no doubt, man. So have you used any other data providers for prospering? Nope. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all coming through. Peace out. I'm finna get out of here on y'all. I'll check in with y'all tomorrow, man. Usually hit some on the morning tip, man. But appreciate y'all coming through. Peace out. Till next time. Y'all have a good one.